DFW, runway DFW, runway DFW, runway DFW, DFW, runway DFW, DFW, runway DFW, follow you on.
Man with a camera.
Okay, I'm here somewhere. There I am. Hello everyone. Welcome to Runway DFW After Dark. Walt is here. That's me. We'll be here with you for the next few hours with all the action from the west side of this gigantic-sized airport, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. And I am the man with the cameras, and so glad to see you here tonight. We've got Texas girl right over there. She's back from her adventures to Boston, which is funny because we had Sarah Deal here from Boston last week, and now we got Texas girl from. It's very confusing. I don't know if I can take it all in. So anyway, I'm having a little bit of an issue with a power cable. And, okay, it looks like it's plugged in now. We hope to keep our cameras powered up this evening. So, let's say hello to everyone. There's Josh Aldrich. No, you don't see Josh Aldrich yet because I was in such a... And I'll tell you why I'm a little behind in just a minute. So we got that going on. We want to tell you what time it is and where we are, so I'll put that in there. I'll put in our alert box so that you'll be able to see when we have super chats and such, and we'll just let you know that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. See, I didn't punch that in either, did I? You may have seen that we've got the Airbus A380 British Airways. One of the last times we'll see it here. It's exiting this area at the end of the month. What have we here? This is something that Texas girl has brought back from, is it from Boston? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it on camera there. It's a, let me hold it up here. It's a Starbucks cup, but it's Boston enabled. So, perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, she just finished a she drove a motor coach to Boston and back. So that is a long, long trip. Now, I was getting back to the A380. That plane, is it still there? Oh, it's backing out now. Okay. That plane there, when it came in a little after 5 o'clock Central Time, was carrying aboard one of the world's premier, well, I would say the godfather of live plane spotting here on YouTube, Jerry Dyer. Yeah, got it right in there. So anyway, Jerry Dyer was on that plane. Jerry of Big Jet TV, and I saw the plane coming in as I was driving down here this evening, and I thought, I wonder if Jerry's on that plane, because I knew he was going to be doing programs tomorrow and Thursday for his members on Big Jet TV. And well, what do you know? As I was setting up, here pops in Jerry. So I said hello to him. He gave me a big handshake. I told him how much his concept inspired me to do this. And he was complimentary about what we do here. And he was very complimentary about what he does there. And he was doing some, a little bit of kind of setup for his program. He wasn't doing a show tonight, but he wanted to check the signal to make sure that he wasn't going to get here and not be able to broadcast. But he's got some pretty high-end gear that lets him transmit even when one carrier is not working. So, yeah, he was very pleasant. He was here for a few minutes. He wanted to know where the nearest McDonald's was. And I told him, and he was off to go get some rest. He'll be here tomorrow, he said, early in the morning. So that was exciting for me. I was very starstruck to see Jerry in person. He was a really, really nice guy. So let's see. We got Dale Helton. Is this working now? Come in. That doesn't seem to be working. Let me see here. All right, let me try this. There we go. There's Dale Helton saying hello, Walt. He's a little off center there. I'm going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment, I think. Let me see if this looks any better. Josh Aldrich, that's a little more centered, with a 4 is greater than 2 for our big Airbus A380. Thank you, Josh. Josh, you are in, Josh is in New Zealand. And I think it's this weekend that he's going to meet up with our friend Kevin of Wellington Flights Live. So that's very exciting. No, that didn't. Aw. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Hang in there. I'm going to pop in message from Steve Lundaby now. I think. There it is. Hello, Walt and all the fine folks. Just planning to come to DFW this week to see you and Jerry, but my plans change hopefully sooner rather than later. So, yeah, I hope that will come to pass, Steve. Thank you for that. I'm sorry we'll miss you. I'm still kind of getting all organized here. Hey, here's Beth F. with a hey, Walt. Wait a minute. Let's see if that works. We'll try it this way. Beth F., come in, come in. There it is. Hello to you, Beth F. Beth sent some incredible new sketches of aircraft, and when we get some a little bit of downtime later on, I will show them. Josh, who of course is one of our mods, is in Auckland today. Rainy day in Auckland. And let's see if I can determine what time you're at. Iberia coming in about half an hour. Or is it going out? Yeah, it's coming in about half an hour. Thank you. Texas girl keeping me up to date with all the stuff. Okay, I finally got my phone out now to look at Flight Radar 24 because I hadn't had that fired up yet. I was doing other stuff. Now, Jennifer Rutherford says, howdy everyone. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. But earlier in the chat I saw, I guess in the pre-show chat, Jennifer said she'd been involved in an accident. So I think she said it was a serious accident, but you're here with us, so I hope you're doing okay and nobody else was hurt. Well, she says, I'm still really banged up. Some guy ran a red light and hit me, so I'm at home recovering. Well, I'm glad you're at home, but yeah, that could be a pretty scary thing. That's happened to me before. So I'm glad that you will be okay. Gene T has favored us with a $5 super chat. And Gene T says, hi, Walt. I also use the YOLO bots to stream football games. I don't like their comment system. How is it that you get OBS chat comments to work on YOLO? It's a long, well, not a long story. There's a guy online called Aaron Parecki. Aaron Parecki. And if you go to his website, he has a free chat widget which you can use to display the YouTube version of the chats on your screen, which in my case means you need an extra computer in order to do that. And I tried using it with a tablet, and it didn't seem to work as well. But it's totally free, and it's a really nice way to display those chats. So I hope that information helped you. Aaron Parecki is his name. He's all over YouTube. He's kind of a live stream guru. Oh, I missed it. Josh Aldridge says, I had a great stream with Kevin at Wellington Flights Live on Sunday. Even wore my Runway DFW hoodie. Of course, DFW stood for Dashy Flights Wellington. Of course it stood for that. I'll have to go back and look at that. I was busy all day Sunday. Let's look over on the other side of the airfield, shall we? Because we've got a FedEx 767 coming in from San Antonio. I always like to see FedEx flights. We don't get to see them too very often from our vantage point. So let's see where it is. It's over here somewhere. Qantas 100th anniversary livery is going out to Melbourne. Another heads up from Texas Girl. Now, not doing too well on the focus here, are we? There it is. Coming in from, I think it was, San Antonio, I said, yes. As I've recounted on several occasions, I think the only time, I think I've only seen a FedEx plane over here on the west side once while we've been on the air. I'm sure it happens more often, but... If you look really close in the background there, you may see the tail go through that shot. I would like to salute our friend Josh Aldrich down there in Kiwi land. He says, a year and a half with Runway DFW. It's been a great time in New Zealand, but I'm ready to come home on Saturday. That is a long flight. I'm sure you've been on long flights before, but that's certainly among the longest. So I hope you're all ready for that. My advice, for what it's worth, is to get an aisle seat, especially if you're flying in coach, because you're going to want to get up. M&J Butzer says, good evening, Walt. It's fun to watch from Ohio, the Buckeye State. We're happy to have you with us. Thank you for that nice super chat. Hello.
How you been?
Good to see you. I'm fine. And we have another super chat coming in. There should be really kind of a special category for this, because it's kind of super or super duper. It is from our friend James Webb, who is our channel sponsor, with a $200 super chat. James Webb, thank you so much for that. He was very generous during our last stream on, was it Friday, I think? Yes. Jennifer Rutherford, banged up a bit, but says, a joke for y'all. What does a divorced woman and a package have in common? They both have to deal with a FedEx. That's what I meant to push. All right, let's see. Let's get back in the game here. Winging our way at this time. American Eagle Flight 6484 from Waco, Texas, a CRJ 701ER. Finishing up that grueling 31-minute journey from Waco, the home of Dr. Pepper. Did you know that? When I was a kid, they didn't sell Dr. Pepper where I lived, although I did see commercials for it on American Bandstand, which was a kind of a dance show. I don't think I ever tasted Dr. Pepper till I moved away from the East Coast. The mighty Flying Roo is headed our way. Lots of kudos coming in for our friend James Webb. Ron Sees America has now been with us for more than a year, for 13 months to be exactly. Thank you, Ron. Says howdy, Walt, and hi, everyone. We're expecting to see the Qantas 100th anniversary Dreamliner livery later this evening on the flight coming in, I think coming in from Melbourne, or maybe it's going out, I'm not sure. And as we've said before, we're about to bid farewell to the A380 in the British Airways livery coming up the end of this month, which is really not too far away. But next August, Qantas will bring back its A380 to these here parts. So we'll only have a kind of an extended absence of the A380 here. It is coming up a little further along the runway than it has been in recent days. We've generally observed it taking off from the short T here, about, I don't know, about a quarter of the way down runway 18 left, but it looks, I don't know, I may be wrong, but I think it's making a little further, its trek is taking a little further north tonight, which is good for us because we get to see it a little closer up. If you're just joining us, welcome to Runway DFW live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Very happy to have you with us. Pleasure to make your acquaintance if you're new here. We have a very friendly community. Thanks in no small part to our great team of moderators. And if you have moderating experience and you want to put that to good use, you can write to me at walt@runwaydfw.com. You can also use that address to send me a message or share thoughts, criticism, suggestions for the channel. walt@runwaydfw.com. Josh says it looks like a Speedbird is off the short T once again tonight. Yeah, I think you're right. I thought it was going to be trucking on north, but I think this is where it's going to turn and wait for clearance to blast off back to London. I don't see anything in its way, so I think it's probably going to get the high sign pretty quickly here. And once again, this is flight 192, an A380, headed to Heathrow. That's the same plane, as I mentioned before, that Jerry of Big Jet TV came in on just a few hours ago. Lufthansa 747 fan said, I thought it'd be a turn and burn. Well, it didn't pan out that way, did it? Mark Pell says that's taxiway Zulu or Yankee, what I call the short T. 10 minutes from the time we get to see the Iberia plane coming in from Madrid. Thanks to Texas Girl for that heads up. I do have to say, if anybody's joining us from the Big Jet TV community, welcome to you. If you've never had the pleasure of meeting up with Jerry, I know you would find him to be a delightful chap. And he's going to meet up with his members from his Big Jet TV community here tomorrow. So Jerry doing a little PR as he brings you the planes tomorrow. And again, I believe it's a members-only presentation. And so 4 is greater than 2, as we always say. This is one of only 2 4-engined passenger planes that we see here on a regular basis. The other one being the Lufthansa A340. And I haven't seen that in a bit. I don't know. They've Lufthansa kind of switches that in and out with, I think, an A330. But it comes and goes generally when we're not here. During the daylight hours, so we're off to the races with that. Happy traveling to our London-bound passengers. Mark says, in the old days, Taxiway Yankee was at the end of the runway before they were lengthened from 11,400 feet to 13,400 feet. Still a lot of runway going from Yankee on 18 left. That is very true. These are very long runways. What about 2 miles? Well, let's see. No? 280. That's more than 2 miles. Doing a little changing here. Hang on. What'd you say? I couldn't hear. All right, sorry about that delay. I was trying to change something up. We've got American Flight 2068 coming in from San Antonio, Texas. It's a 737-800. We got some twin tails going by there, don't we? Let's see, is this about ready to come in? Yes, I think it is. So we'll give you a shrubbery alert here. There it is, our Runway DFW Founders Plaza shrubbery. Thanks to Landon Stuber for a $2 super chat. Well, that's too small, isn't it? All right, I'll fix that for the next one. Here we go with the San Antonio incoming flight. Let's see if this is the right size again. And the dispatcher said, well, it's not, is it? It says, we are the knights who say knee. We require a shrubbery. I hear one of our UPS planes revving up. We haven't even looked at UPS yet tonight, have we? This looks like a 757, does it not? It's flight 751. It's going to Louisville. 757. Is our chorus ready to go? Let's clear your voices. Let's go.
1995.
There you are. A 29-year-old example of a beautiful 757. Was flight 2073 American Airlines coming in from San Diego, California, an Airbus A321. About a 2.5-hour flight for that plane. It's just after 8 o'clock Central Time, and you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Walt here with you, a Texas girl just a few feet away, as we look at an old livery Spirit Airlines plane there. What's to become of Spirit? We don't know. It's flight 3709. It is going to Los Angeles. It's an Airbus A320. Well, that's something Big Jet TV doesn't see from their home base, is it? And once again, we welcome any of our any viewers who may be Big Jet TV fans who were hoping maybe they'd catch a glimpse of Jerry. He got here before we went on the air. And he was here for just a short time, just to check his connections and to say hello, and I was happy to see him. So anyway, for you Big Jet fans, once again, Jerry will be on the air tomorrow. He anticipated, and maybe he's communicated this with his members more clearly, but he said he'd be here about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we'll have a nice runway 18 left takeoff for this 757. That's always fun to see. And once again, this plane going to Louisville, the UPS Worldport. We've got a Frontier aeroplane coming in from Los Angeles. Flight 3212, I think it is. With Pearl, the spotted eagle on its tail. I don't know how much of Pearl we can see. No, it's Spotted Eagle Ray. You know, a sea creature, not a Boyd. I do believe we have another UPS plane firing up across from us. We've got we've got 3 MD-11s in the house tonight. And we've typically on a weeknight been seeing at least 2 of those going out. Here is the 100th anniversary livery for Qantas. Am I right about this? Yes, Qantas Flight 22 going to Melbourne. It's a 7879 Dreamliner. And we've seen this livery before, but we always like to see it. This is getting ready to take off on a flight of almost 17 hours to Melbourne. I think I missed the Farida Bed membership anniversary, 13 months. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Good to be here as usual. Warm 80-degree day here in Cleveland. Thank you, Farid. And Anthony Guinan has now been a member for a full year. Thank you for all the great times. So happy to have you on board with us, Anthony. Well, it's given us a good look. And it's on the move. So there it goes, headed down under. Oh, okay. So glad for you to come out here after your long day. You gotta go back to work tomorrow? Ah. Calling sick. I'll sign you a note. Thank you so much for that kind gift. We'll see you next time. There goes Texas girl. Gordon Freeman says, awesome livery, that Qantas streamer. I've got to get this chat. It's very, the letters are very small, aren't they? Smaller than I would like. Let's see, but I've got it scaled up all the way. Let me try one other thing. Please stand by. We need some break music. While I fix something here. Well, I don't know if I've fixed it yet, but we'll find out here momentarily. So I put this back into service. All right, let's try a message here. There's Beve saying, thanks Texas Girl for stopping by and for your gift to Walt. Well, I guess we're just going to have to live with that, with that size of our messaging. You know, we could go back to this. Let's see here. And that's a much bigger thing, but it doesn't give us all the information that we usually get from the comments. It doesn't display all the imagery. So anyway, well, we'll just work around that. We've got American Flight 2738. It is going to Kansas City. It's a 737-800. And you're about to see it roll through your picture there, I think. We take things on faith here. No, there's the plane. No, there's the plane we're talking about. Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff says, built your... I can't read it right now. Hold on. Watch this plane go off to Kansas City. Kansas City, here it comes. And copyright overlords, I have no information that has anything to do with any song lyric. I've only had one copyright strike recently. For those of you who don't know, we can't just play any music here on the channel because other people have written the lyrics and the music and they own the rights to it. So unless we pay for it, we can't use it. And if we do by some chance, then we get demonetized. So the only time that's happened to me in recent months has been when we were doing a walking tour of a Seoul shopping district in Korea. And I would pop in and out of shops and they'd have music playing in the background, and the YouTube algorithms detected that that was playing in the background and said, nah, you can't. We're going to take whatever money you get from this because that belongs to the copyright holders. So, okay. No, I like our music better anyway. We have a United plane there going off to San Francisco. That's a Max 8. Don't you know? And I suspicion that that's one of their newer aircraft. I'll check that out in a minute. Never been on a Max 8. So, yes, that was flight numero 1387 to San Francisco. Now, I'm waiting here to see. I believe it'll be one of these planes that will be heading out shortly. One of our longest term members, Christopher Cotton, Alpha Echo, member for 16 months. Celebrating 16 months with Team Runway DFW. Looking forward to my 2-year anniversary in 6 months. Well, I really like to thank our long-term member. I like to thank all of our members, of course, but, you know, long-term members have a special place in the Runway DFW universe. Guy Bowen says, howdy, Walt. Hello to you, Guy. Guy Bowen says, I went chainsaw shopping yesterday, and to quote you two, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That's a chainsaw brand, I'm sure many of you know. At least here in the USA. Oh. Beth F is here. We've got a little bit of downtime here. I was going to show you what she and others have sent us. So let me make sure we're not going to be interrupted by a gigantic aircraft here. No, I don't think so. So let's see what we've got. Now, first of all, on our list here, we have this. This is a drawing by 10-year-old Seth. He was here on our last broadcast, and he presented this to me, and I didn't have a way to show it to you because of the way our cameras were set up, so I scanned it for you, and there it is. It's, I believe, a Runway DFW 747 with a little smaller plane above it with a Runway DFW banner. So he's all in. And I think it even says RD on the engines. So thank you for that, Seth. It was good seeing you last week. Now here is the first of 3 drawings we have from Beth F. Now look at this. This is a United 7879 Dreamliner. And she drew this for Rudy of Airline Videos Live, our friend at AVL. Look at that, the detail. Beth, it's almost, you know, it's the cool thing about her drawings. They're not photographs, but they almost look photographic, but they don't because they're drawings. It's just a super drawing, and it's very detailed, as you can see. But wait, there's more, because Beth F also favored us with this, a FedEx MD-11 freighter, and she drew that for AVL mod Danny Dizeldorf. And look at that. We saw one of the, I think that is the FedEx plane we saw come over here one night. So I was very happy to see it, but look at that. That is superior. And we have one more piece of artwork from Beth, who was kind enough to send these to us. And let's check it out now. It is the ANA Star Wars Dreamliner-9, and she did this for Kevin of Airline Videos Live. So Kevin, if you're watching, Rudy, if you're watching, Danny, if you're watching, there is some really tremendous artwork from our friend Beth F. So thank you for sending those along and sharing those with me and our audience. We've got one more thing to show you here. And it's a little harder to see, but this is the Aurora Borealis that Larry Brown, one of our viewers, took in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. There are some, there's a 30-second exposure, so if you look carefully, you probably have to have a big screen. You can see some airline or some aircraft trails amongst the stars and the aurora colors. So just I can't even imagine what that would look like in person, but that thank you for sharing that with us, Larry. And that concludes our artwork for tonight's broadcast. We have some pretty talented people here on the channel. Let's see, I'm just having a United plane landing there, but I think I missed it. Let's see if we can catch the tail end of it here. No? Yeah, I missed it. Sorry for all that swinging around there. Is it all the way down there already? Yeah, there it is. That was United 1565 coming in from Denver, 737-800. And singers?
1999.
That's a 25-year-old aircraft. So we've seen the old and the new. That's what I didn't do. I didn't look up to see how new that that other United plane was, the MAX 8. Or was it a MAX 9? I think it was a MAX 8. All right. American Airlines Flight 1173 is about to make the scene from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, wait a minute. I hear a propeller plane. Do you hear that? I just don't see it. Ah. All right, back to the arrival from the Valley of the Sun. There it is. Gene T with a $5 super chat says, "Hi Walt, thank you so much for the chat overlay widget, but how do you bring it into the YOLO? Different computer in HDMI in?" No. We're getting into tech talk here on Runway DFW. Oops, sorry about that. What you do is in the YOLO box, you have to, the Aaron Parecki chat will give you a let's see, how do I describe this? You pop out the chat from a YouTube stream on a separate window, and then as long as you've got the Aaron Parecki, what's it called, a widget? It's called an extension to Chrome. As long as you've got that working, if that's activated, then it will pop up going through Aaron's chat device, and then at the top of that there'll be a URL that you then have to paste in as a web URL overlay in the YOLO box. So then when you punch up a chat like this from Doug Houston, it'll just pop up as an overlay as long as you've got that activated on your YOLO box. Crazy, isn't it? Thanks to all our new subscribers tonight. If you are a subscriber, that gives you entree into the chat room here on Runway DFW. Chat rooms for subscribers only, but subscriptions are free. So if you are so inclined, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and get your 2 cents worth in here on Runway DFW. We've been on the air now for an hour. And that music means, yes, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark with Walt, here from the friendly confines of Founders Plaza at DFW International Airport, one of the biggest airports in the world. Very busy on a Tuesday night. There's Anna letting one of our viewers, Brian Henry, know that I can lull them to sleep. Rockabye, Runway DFW viewers. An Airbus A319 baby bus coming in from San Antonio, Texas, flight 2645 here on the channel. I was honored last week, and I didn't see this until a couple days later, when Jerry of Big Jet TV, he does I think it's more or less a weekly broadcast from his office and talks about various things. And at the end of his broadcast, he pulled up a clip of this channel because he really liked our music. So I sent him a compilation of some of our music for him to listen to on his way over to DFW from London, and he was very appreciative of that. He said in a lot of cases it sounds like themes of failed TV series. I'd never thought of it that way, but yeah, when I think about it, that's probably right. In fact, a lot of TV series, especially ones that did fail in their first iteration, instead of having music specifically composed for their broadcast, they would go to what's called a music library and just use some library music to see how that played. And yes, for those who are asking, Jerry is here. Jerry of Big Jet TV. He came in on the British Airlines A380 this afternoon, late this afternoon, and he popped by here for about 10 minutes to check out his signal for a series of broadcasts that he'll be doing for his members tomorrow here at DFW, starting on Wednesday morning here in the central time zone of the USA. So those of you who are members of Big Jet TV will get to see what Jerry's take is here at DFW. I didn't get a chance to ask him if he'd been here before. I suspect he has been. Flight 1634, American Airlines, it's going out to San Diego, California, an Airbus A321neo. Right here on Runway DFW on a balmy late October evening. I have to tell you, this weather today it couldn't be more ideal for plane spotting. It's shirt sleeve weather. I know the last couple of broadcasts we were here, we had to get the hoodie out, but today just a short sleeve shirt and shorts and you're good to go. Beth F says, Jerry's been to Anchorage, LAX, but not DFW. I don't think. Well, see, I don't know that for sure. And again, I didn't get a chance to ask him that. I'm going to try to see him stop by tomorrow to say hello again. And maybe I'll get a chance to ask him that. Coming in from Austin, Texas, flight 2558, American Airlines, a 737. 800. We're going to swing the big camera around. There, once again, is the aforementioned shrubbery. Not really shrubbery, it's really trees. I just like to say that word. And as many of you have pointed out, it is a Monty Python-esque word. Plane coming in from Austin. American is pulling back from Austin. They had a pretty big operation there, but apparently there were some issues involving crews, because they're using a mix of mainline jets and regional jets, and I think they were having some, they're having some kind of labor issues with all that, and they just decided, man, we're going to pull out. Still waiting for our next UPS dispatch of the night. Again, we have 3 MD-11s. Though the tail there on the right might be the first to go out. I don't see the cargo door open on this side of the plane. The other 2 MD-11s do have their primary cargo doors agape. Hey, there's O'Malley. Attention, is there a shrubber on this flight? Please press your call button. O'Malley, good to see you. One of our great mods and channel members. Super to have you here. Harry T wants to know if Jerry will do a normal live for non-members. And I don't know. I know in the past he has done that, but I think he usually kind of feels out his members to see if they would, because he's, very member-oriented. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but I don't think he announces that in advance. And I don't have any information. Well, one of the planes in that group there is not the one in the foreground. Maybe the one in the middle is a 767, which is off to Chicago Rockford International Airport. And I think that is now lighting up the radar. It's flight 755, a 5-year-old 767. So we may be about to see one of these tails protrude from their parking space. Here's 757 Chip. Hello, Chip. One of our great Quad Jet members. He says American will keep its Austin flights to DFW, Charlotte, Philadelphia, Orlando, Chicago O'Hare, LAX, and Miami, all hubs. Most other flights will be dropped. And I do see that Delta has been ramping up its flights to in and out of Austin, so kind of filling that vacuum that American is leaving behind. Want to get up, go ahead, said, what a great shot of those UPS tails. Yeah, we're very fortunate here at Founders Plaza to be about as close as you can get to planes here at DFW. And you know what I missed? I missed where the 767 was going to be pushing back from. For some reason, I didn't see this one on the move, but there it is. So that is the one that's off to Chicago Rockford International Airport. And you see a 7 or a MD-11, one of the other 2 MD-11s behind it there with its very distinctive tail. Harry T says, I met Jerry before he went big on the tube at Heathrow. Well, I salute Jerry. He, as I've said many times on this channel, is between him and Kevin at Airline Videos Live are the 2 YouTube personalities who really inspired me to start Runway DFW. And so I thank both of them very much. But Jerry was the first. As far as I know, I don't think there was anybody doing it before him, at least on a regular basis. Texas girl with a very kind $50 super chat. Good to see you again, she says, and I say that back. Thank you so much for that kind gift of a travel mug from Starbucks, Boston themed, and thank you for this very kind super chat. Much appreciated, Texas girl. Gordon Freeman says a UPS 767 just went over my house here in Orlando, and it roared. So here we go with a 767. At the intersection of tails. Yeah, it's a good thing we have a camera with a sensor that can pick out things in the dark, because those are pretty dark tails, and UPS does not illuminate its tails as many airlines do. So can you see it there in the background? I don't know. But this plane is, fortunately for us, going out to runway 18 left. So we'll get to see it take off. As we pick up a Delta flight coming in here. I'm sure many of you have seen that Delta has some new interiors that they're going to be putting on board their planes. Some of them anyway. That's flight 2796 arriving from Salt Lake City, an Airbus A380. And we're going to see something tonight, and that's only a one-year-old plane, so that's cool. We're going to see something tonight that we didn't get to see on Friday, and that is a 747. Because we have a DHL plane operated by Qantas Air, a 747-400, and it's an oldie. We'll have to get our jingle singers all set up for that. So stand by for four-engined action here on Runway DFW. About 8:45 local time on a Tuesday evening. Did we say what that was? That was American Flight 2850 off to Los Angeles, an Airbus A321. So we've got our eye. Well, we are on the lookout for Qantas Air Flight 4812. Well, DHL, operated by Qantas Air. It's going to Anchorage. I don't think I've seen that flight before. Maybe it's a Tuesday flight. I don't think we've been here on a Tuesday in recent times. Oh, the UPS 767 is taking off. Is it? Dang it. No, there it is. Well, we kind of lost track of that one, didn't we? Or I lost track of it. I have nobody to blame but me. Arriving from Richmond, American Flight 2067, 737-800. We have the next two flights coming in, the first of which is going to be Frontier Flight 3978 from Las Vegas with Trixie the Fox. And then behind that, a UPS 757 coming in from Laredo in West Texas or South Texas. And we'll also have to have a musical salute for that one as well. So this is a very long channel name. Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff says, I built your exact logo on Minecraft, Walt, because I love your channel and I love Runway DFW After Dark. And happy almost Halloween and happy holidays to you, Walt. Wonderful stream. Whew, I got that all out. Thank you so much. My grandson is into Minecraft. Sorry for that swing around. I want to bring you the Frontier flight with the fox on its tail. So our next arrival is going to be the UPS 757. Be here in about 30 seconds. The Yorkshire Traveler says, good evening, Walt. How are you? Love the Korea stuff, by the way. You planning anything else for us in the future? Nothing, there's no immediate plans, but I do hope to have some other adventures with you. As many of you know, this to me is a part-time endeavor. I do have a full-time day job, which is why a lot of our broadcasts come to you at night. A little bit of a wobble there at the end, I would say.
$1996.
So that plane comes to us from the 20th century. There it is. "26 years old as of last month." We'll get a little better close-up view of it not too long from now. I believe that across from us here, we appear to have some pilotage in the cockpit of one of the 3 MD-11s. So it would appear that they're getting ready to push back. We're so close to it. Well, we have a long lens on this camera, and it's not wide enough to be able to take in the whole thing at once. So we have to resort to our secondary camera for a wide shot here. Let me have our other camera operators switch that around. Look at that, it's on the move. Once again, this is going to Laredo. No, it's not going to Laredo. This one's going to the home base of UPS here in the U.S., Louisville, Kentucky, the World Port. Jen has one more question for with a $5 super chat. How do you copy and paste the chat overlay into the YOLO web URL overlay? Well, if you subscribe to the, I don't know, whatever the YOLO service is, they have a handy way for you to do that. But in my case, which I don't have the YOLO service, I just type it in. It's pretty excruciating, but you only have to do it once. So there you see engine number 2 of the MD-11. And in the background, DHL Flight 812 operated by Kalita Air going to Anchorage. It's a 747-400. And when we get a better look at that plane, we'll give you some more information about it. But I'm telling you right now, it's old. There goes that 757 that came in from, where was that from? Laredo, Texas. So I think you can kind of see the distinctive silhouette of the 747 there in the background. So there you have 7 engines in one shot. Huh? And unfortunately, the MD-11 is positioned in a place, or it's oriented so that it will be taking off on the east side of the airport tonight. So at least for that one, we won't get to see it directly taking off. Now let's see what we've got in terms of livery on this 747. Well, it's a plain Jane, isn't it? And that, my viewers, is a 35-year-old aircraft as of last month. So, ooh, I can smell that MD-11 that MD-11 jet fuel at this point, because it's kind of pointing back towards us, and the wind is blowing in this direction. Lots of stuff to see tonight at DFW Airport. .747 now trundling across runway 18 right on its way over to 18 left for takeoff to the wilds of Alaska. Pause for the cause here while the plane takes off from 18 left. Or maybe it'll just slow down, I don't know. There's the MD-11 there at the bottom left of your screen. Yeah, and once again, it is vectoring towards a path which will take it over to the east side of the airport for dispatch. I don't know, am I seeing a hint of color on the tail of this plane? Is it all white, or is it maybe just a light that's reddish? Can't tell. Or if whatever they painted over is not there anymore. I can't tell. Beth F notes that the lack of livery is actually more fuel efficient because it saves weight. That was one reason that American Airlines gave for its long-time policy of not painting its planes with, they just left the aluminum skins and just put some, I don't know if they were decals or they painted the logos on there, but it was a good-looking plane back when American had the aluminum skins. Hugh the Manatee is about to arrive. It's a Frontier Flight 2632 from Denver. Let's see, we'll just pull out here briefly to say hello to that plane. Howdy, Hugh. So what's this plane going to do? Is it going to turn right and take off, or is it going to come up and see us? It's going to make a big right turn and take off. Flyer KG notes, and I remember this, that Eastern Airlines had mostly unpainted livery as well. Indeed it did. All right, 4 is greater than 2. Aaron Howard well said, was DFW a 24/7 airport? It pretty much is. I mean, it slows down in the middle of the night, but there's not too many red-eye passenger flights, but there are a number of cargo flights that operate overnight, taking advantage of the less busy atmosphere, and also because that's when the packages have to be delivered. The unsurpassed majesty of a 747. I thought I had my lock on there. I guess I didn't. Oh, there it goes. And what happened to our MD-11? Well, we're about to see it go over the bridge to the east side. Perhaps. Beth says Lufthansa Technik is testing out a new type of shark skin on some of the airlines carriers. The new outer skin is more lightweight and will also allow for more fuel efficiency in the future. That's very high tech. Missed this? I think I did, but let me put this up here. Texas Girl celebrating 7 months of membership. Wow, very cool. Well, thank you for that, Texas Girl, for your great support of the channel. Let's see, I've got to get our East Tower cam back in operation. We have a propeller plane over there, I think. Let's see what we got here. This is a Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. Martinair is the operator, and we don't know from whence it cometh. But it's a small cargo airline. Those Martinair flights generally travel betwixt Texas, or betwixt here in the other parts of Texas, or the contiguous states. And by the way, that plane, even though it's out of sight now, we'll give it a little 20th century salute.
1988.
So thank you, singers, for that. O'Malley has been a member now for 18 months, and he quips, "I can vote now." That's right. 18 months, yeah, you're old enough to vote. Thank you, O'Malley, for your great support of this, of our little channel here. Oh, I was going to think to do with our other camera here. Hold on a second. Because we've got two cameras here, and one of them's, I like to keep it pointed at something where there might be something happening, and so that's our camera number 2 there. We have an E-Jet. That one arriving from the city of Jackson, Mississippi. Flyer KG has been a Twin Jet member for 3 months now. Walt, time flies when you're having fun, says Flyer KG. Thank you. Well, I thank you and our other members for your great support of the channel. In fact, that's probably a good reminder for me to, as my way of saying thanks to you guys, to put in our, where is it here? Our thank you crawl. And it's just a way of saluting those persons who are members of the channel. And our list, as always, begins with the name of James Webb, who favored us with some big super chats on Friday, another big one tonight. Thank you for that. And he has helped to underwrite this channel for more than a year. So thank you, James Webb, for that. Much appreciated. I also like to call out the names of our Runway DFW Quad Jet members, the highest level of membership. So you guys and gals get a little bit of a special thank you. Not to diminish the contributions of others, but here we go with our Quad Jet members, and this is as of, I believe, 2 o'clock this afternoon. So if you've joined as a member since then, you'll find your name on an upcoming broadcast. So, thank you to 757 Chip, A-List Flyer Chris, Alan J, Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, who's one of our mods, Beaker and Honeydew, another mod, Beve, another mod, Cubs Win, who I believe is another mod too as well. Deborah Klein, Dwayne C., Fred Robinson, one of our mods, James Webb, Josh Aldrich, mod, coming to us tonight from earlier from New Zealand, or New Zedland, Kirby Brooks Sr., KS Avgeek, Lori M., Michael Flannery, Michelle R.S., who's been on vacation. I hope you're having a good vacation, Michelle R.S. Mike G., Pete Nordine, Arbauer 25, Raina Taylor, S35 Bonanza pilot, who's all around the world at all times, Sarah Deal, who we saw here in person last week and who was out visiting AVL over the weekend, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, TNT, oh my, and Will Hutchison. Those are our Quad Jet channel members. Thanks to each of you for that. And now you will get to see the names of our other channel members here on Runway DFW. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's see what we got here. It is a plane. We have some of those here, planes, you know. This one arriving from Kansas City, Missouri, 737-800. Flight 1710, American Airlines. If you're new to the channel, yes, we have a lot of American Airlines planes here. It's this is a major hub for American. We have a gift of memberships from Anna, the dispatcher, very generous, from our newlywed channel member. 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Anna, for that. So we welcome new members to the channel, courtesy of Anna, the dispatcher. Kevin C. Leonard says tonight at Baston Logan Airport they're holding an active shooter drill from 10 o'clock till 2:30 a.m. State police, other agencies, and many of the airlines are involved. Well, unfortunately, you got to make contingency plans for things like that. We have a plane coming in from the left coast, Santa Ana, California, to be specific. Just checking the flight radar. It looks like we missed the Turkish Airlines Flight 192 off to Istanbul. Took off from the east side. And I don't know if we overlooked the dispatch of the MD-11. I'm trying to see if it's still lined up over there. Oh, no, it's about to take off. Okay. So, what we're going to do is what we try to do here on occasion is to bring you a notable takeoff from the other side of the airfield. We don't get to see it rolling down the runway, unfortunately, but we can see it lift off from behind the terminal buildings over yonder. And so what we're looking for is a UPS flight 765 off to Louisville, an MD-11. Now, looked like it was in place to take off. It seems to be among the next 2 or 3 takeoffs over there on the east side. A new subscriber, Juan James, or is it Juan James? I don't know. But thank you for subscribing. And subscribers get to poke their head in the chat room. Oh, you can always look at the chat, of course, but if you want to participate, and I urge you to do that if you're so inclined, I hope you'll do that. Christian Paul says, I know DFW and I can't figure out this vantage point. Well, let's try to help you with that. We've got a map. There it is. We are on just to the north and west of runway 18 right. You see our little blue dot there, our blue logo is where we are located there on the west side of the airport. All right, we're going to switch back over to camera number 1. See if we can get an MD-11 rocketing into the sky, shall we? Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Getting a little worried. So that's as good a look as we can get going over to the east side. A little fuzzy. And hopefully we'll get to see another MD or 2 take off from here on the west side of the airport. Got some emergency vehicles now racing by us here on the west side. I am seeing in the chat room now our good pal, our faraway pal, Wellington Flights Live. Kevin, hello there. He says hello there, fellow watcheroos. Great to see everyone. Hi, Walt. Great to see you out there. Runway DFW. Thank you so much for that, Wellington Flights Live. Kevin, I have to say, I apologize, but I didn't get to see your Sunday presentation, at least Sunday here, or was it Sunday there? I can't remember. But with Josh there, I will be sure to go take a look back. I had all sorts of things I had to do that day, so I couldn't catch up with your stream. But it's great to see you here, Kevin. And sounds like you had a great time with Josh, and he had a great time with you. Yes, emergency vehicles. Guy Bowen, there you see them winding their way over to the someplace. Let's see what they're up to here. As we often say, DFW Airport's like a city. So it's not surprising that emergency vehicles have to be dispatched for things that don't have anything to do with airplanes, but rather, people who twist an ankle or get injured, or a car fire, or a car accident, or there's all sorts of things. Now, of course, these emergency vehicles are on the over there at around Terminal B. But I guess what I'm saying is they're not lining up along the runway as though there's some plane coming in for an emergency of some sort. You may hear some dings in there. That's my my grandson. I had to send my grandson a little message. That's him saying good night. So good night to all of you from my grandson Mason. Wellington Flights Live says to Josh Aldrich, great to see you, mate. Did you decide to become a hobbit or a wizard of some sort? Yes, perhaps. Maybe he has. Got an American Airlines American Eagle, Embraer 170, arriving from Wichita, Kansas. Flight 3636. There's a plane that's not too far behind it, another Embraer 170, arriving from Laredo, Texas. Flight 3910. I would suspect that there will be plenty of time for it to get off the runway in time for the next arrival. But they do, those dispatchers do pack them in here at night during the busiest moments. That's what I forgot to do. I knew I forgot to do something. I forgot to hook up an external battery to this camera. I think it'll be okay for the rest of the stream, but since we count on that for Chatstravaganza, I'm going to go find a battery to plug into it. I'm hearing what sounds like a firing up of one of our UPS planes next door to us. I'll turn around and look at those in just a sec. So the two MD-11s are still have their cargo doors wide open. What I'm going to do now is go race over to the car and get a battery for our third camera, and I will be back with you directly on Runway DFW. Now, I know that we like to keep things kind of calm here at night, but I don't know, maybe we need a little bit of music to kind of pep things up. So we'll try this.
Runway DFW on YouTube.
I was afraid we were going to run out of music there. Nah. All right, that ends our little battery interlude there. Thank you for your indulgence. I do believe we have another 7. No, this is a Airbus A380 right over there. It's flight 761 is going to Ontario, California, and it will be taking off on runway 18 left, unless I misinterpret that. What's happening there? We're not having an earthquake. Hold on. That is weird, wild stuff. My camera was just vibrating. Well, at least there won't be any dust on the sensor. I've never seen that happen before. We're about to see American Airlines, American Eagle Flight 4020 coming in from Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. That's an hour and 40-minute trip on an Embraer 175. It's a 23-year-old aircraft, flight from dating back to the year 2001. There's our newly powered up camera number 3. Here comes the flight from Florida. Kevin Kelly letting us know that we've got a UPS 757 at 9:58, just a few minutes from now. Thank you, Kevin. Gordon Freeman calling that a military spec shock and vibration test. That was odd. Camera, are you okay? Now, I haven't heard anything about what plans UPS has for its A300s. I don't know if they're going to be retired. I mean, I'm sure they will at some point, but is it imminent or not? I don't know. Just a reminder, shortly after 9:30, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Where's our After Dark music? No. Anyway, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. That should be eminently clear by now. Barbara Sterling. Barbara P. Sterling, I should say, says hello, Walt. Kevin told me you were live. Excellent. Barbara's is a big fan of Kevin at Wellington Flights Live, as I think we all are. I know I am. I'm really sorry I missed the Josh Aldrich appearance, so I'm going to go back and watch that. Here's the A300. Yes, 01 Mike D. The Barbara P. Sterling is here. And did we welcome Mr. Utu 963 to TriJet membership? Thank you, Mr. Utu. All right, let's see. We've got coming in from Little Rock, Arkansas, American Eagle 3644. It's an Embraer 175 E-Jet. See if we've got the right angle here. Oh, we're pretty close. So the A300 had to wait for this plane to land. I think it should be clear to cross over now once it gets the high sign from the tower. Hey, we have a Qantas plane over here, do we not? We do. This is the flight back to Sydney. It's a Dreamliner -9. Now rolling on its what will be a very long journey. Across the Pacific. So on its way down under, Qantas Flight 8, beginning a 16 and a half-ish hour flight. Here's the A300 now lining up to take off. Or is it? I don't think it is. It's turning around. Problems? Airplane problems? Barbara P. Sterling checking in with who's been a member for 10 months now. Thank you, Barbara. Walt, I wish I could put you on a bracelet as a good luck charm. Delightful streams. Hoping to meet you one day as I use Dallas to get to Kevin. Stay safe. Well, I do hope that happens. Let me know if you're going to be in the neighborhood. If you have a short layover, I'd be happy to wave at you from someplace in the terminal. So there's that A300. We don't know. I thought it looked like it was lining up to take off, then it turned around. We see that occasionally. It happens. Sometimes not all the parameters are parameterating. I don't know. We have a flight coming in from London. It is not the A380. It is an American Airlines 777, Flight 81, a 777-300, which I believe is American's biggest aircraft. It's an 11-year-old plane. I'll turn this thing around so we can watch that coming in for you here on Runway DFW. So nice of you to take some time out of your evening or your day to hang out with us here at DFW Airport. Should see it here in just a skosh. Here it is. The big 777. Plane so big we can't keep it all in our viewfinder as it passes by. So, welcome to all of our London passengers. Looks like the UPS A300 has now reoriented itself. Well, its pilots have reoriented it, and it is on its way to Ontario, California. Right here on Runway DFW. About 9:45 here in the Central Time Zone. We're on the cusp of going back to standard time here in most of the USA. I think that'll happen at the start of November, first weekend in November, I believe. About to see in the foreground, I think you will, at some point here, another UPS plane an MD-11 which is just pulled out. And it looks like we're going to be seeing it. Let's see here. No, it's going to go over to the east side. Boo. We've had very good luck with the MD-11s. Departing here on the west side, but not this one, it looks like. This is going to Louisville. Let's give it a little musical salute, shall we?
1995.
The 20th century plane dating back to March of 1995. 29 years old is this one. But it is on a vector to take it over to the east side of DFW Airport for takeoff. So we'll try what we did with our last MD-11 takeoff sometime in the next few minutes. It'll get over there. We'll see if we can keep an eye on it and watch it lift off over the terminal buildings. Channel member Rob says, Walt, the last time I saw you, you were walking the streets of Seoul, South Korea. Yeah, that was, it seems like so long ago. It really wasn't. When did I leave? I left on that trip. I remember leaving on, it was Friday the 13th to go to Los Angeles for the weekend, for the Cranky Dork Fest weekend. And then on that next Monday, which I think would have been the 18th, aboard the Korean Air 787 over to Seoul for about a week and a half or so of exploration. We did some live broadcasts from Incheon, the main airport in Seoul. We did one live broadcast just to say we had done it from Gimpo, which is the second airport in Seoul. And we also did a lot of just walking around and going to stores and going to a Korean baseball game and riding on the subway, riding on a bullet train. So we have a playlist here on Runway DFW with all those adventures compiled. And, you know, if you got some spare time, I hope you'll join us for that. I especially had fun on the bullet train. Wish we had those here in the States. I know that our European friends are well familiar with that, as are the Japanese and some other parts of the world too. I think, does Mexico have a bullet train now? I can't remember. Mike wants to know, did I ever find an umbrella? I bought an umbrella, and then I went to the store. You may remember I went to a Latte, I think it was called, a store. We're just kind of looking around, and then I got called out by an employee who said, you can't be filming in here, so I shut things down. And I bought something there, and I put my umbrella down as I was checking out, and then I proceeded to leave it there. So I bought another umbrella. They're all over the place, umbrellas. You get them at any convenience store in Seoul. And they're not that expensive. But as it turned out, I didn't really need one again, so it's all good. Thank you, Stephen Shore, who's a new subscriber to our channel. Thank you, Stephen. Kevin Kelly says the last UPS airplane will be the 757. It's coming from Lubbock and then two from Louisville. Thomas Moore says, I'm looking forward to American Airlines' new flagship suite and premium economy. Yeah, I'm not really the target audience of the flagship suite, unfortunately. So we're following this MD-11. It's going to, and I'm keeping an eye on the other planes to see if we make sure we don't miss anything. But this one will be making a left turn at some point to traverse runways 18 left and 18 right, or not in that order, actually 18 right and then 18 left, as it makes its way over to the east side for departure. Delta Flight 2967 is about to touch down from Minneapolis, St. Paul. It'll be an Airbus A380. I suspicion that's an older aircraft, and we shall find that here. There it is.
$19.91.
And that designation applies to the Delta plane, the 33-year-old aircraft, that is. And there it goes. I see our pal Luke, the random spotter, who says, by the way, that tri-jet appears to be going the wrong way. Yes, I concur with that analysis. It'll be the second of 3 MDs that we have on site tonight. And yeah, this one looks like it's making its way over the bridge to the east side of what? Wait a minute. MD-11, I apologize. I misinterpreted your triangulation there. I think we're going to see it taken off to Louisville right now on Runway DFW. Call your friends. We're about to see an MD-11 take off here on the east side. West side, sorry, west side. From the short T. Well, what do I always say? 3 engines greater than 2. All right, things have quieted down just a tad here. O'Malley checks in with that MD-11 at 4,800 feet per minute. There's Richard Carlisle from the great state of Indiana, says great catch Walt of the MD-11. Thank you, Richard. Pleasure to have you here with us as a friend and channel member. Oh, and I keep seeing the random spotter here. Be sure to check out his channel. He's got a new post as of, I think it was today, right? With some great overhead shots of planes from San Diego in spectacular 4K. So check that out. So many talented people who watch this show. I see on the radar, well, no, I see it actually in my viewfinder here. There it is. It's Iberia flight 6148 going to Madrid in Spain. It is an Airbus A330-300. And it's making the turn after leaving its berth at Terminal D, the international terminal here. JTB Airliner 320 says, great stream tonight, Walt. Thank you for those words of encouragement. I just have to repeat it again. I did get to meet the great Jerry Dyer from Big Jet TV earlier tonight. He stopped by to check signals for his upcoming broadcast tomorrow and Thursday for his members. I think they're members-only streams. So if you've got a membership to Big Jet TV, look for the patented patter of Jerry with Big Jet TV tomorrow and Thursday here on YouTube. It's just so great to see him in person and shake his hand. And you know, this person I've been watching on YouTube for so many years, and seemed like a really nice gentleman. Glad to have him as a friend of the channel. He said he subscribed to our channel, which I couldn't be more pleased to know that. So Jerry, if you're out there, have great shows tomorrow and Thursday. From DFW. Of course, Jerry's normally based in London, but he travels all over the place for his members. And that's his full-time job, so. Ascending Dragon 1 is checking out for the night. Good night to you. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Following along with the Iberia flight going to Madrid, it's about 50-50 as to whether it comes up here to take off or whether it goes over to the east side. We see it go both ways. But if it starts veering off to the right here, it means it's going to be taking the bridge. And I think that's what we're about to see here. It is going over the bridge. Oh, no. Well, I can't tell you. I've been actually wrong a couple of times tonight. I probably should stop predicting. That last UPS MD-11 really faked me out. It was like a hockey center going in for a goal and then going the other way. And speaking of going the other way, this plane is now, you can see it with the East Tower in the background. It is going to be taking off from runway 18 left. As it passes an American Eagle plane. Well, we're lucky we got to see the two Qantas jets take off to Melbourne and Sydney respectively. The Melbourne-bound jet was in the Qantas 100 anniversary livery. Super to see. Just after 10 o'clock in the Central Time Zone, it's Walt with you on Runway DFW After Dark, live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. Adios, Iberia. Say that plane sounds louder than the A380. I don't know why that is. As soon as we get this one off the ground, we're going to fly our camera around to the left to catch the arrival of UPS flight 757, which is not a 757. No, it is a 757. What? Never seen them do that. Usually it's a different plane. It's flight 757. It's a 757. It's unheard of. We got there a plane that's celebrating its 32nd birthday this month. It's been around the block a few times, I would say. American baby bus there on its way to the hangar. We have our friend Barbara P. Sterling to thank for a $50 super chat. Walt, I see delightful emojis now, members. Enjoy your channel and watching you BTS back up. Keep well and safe. Blessings to the DFW channel all. Thank you, Barbara. That is very kind of you and very generous of you. Appreciate that very much. And yes, do let me know if you come through the airport and have a little layover. We'll buy you lunch or something. Say hello to you. Thank you in person. So you are watching this UPS plane. Came in from Lubbock, Texas. Left right on time. Got here a little early, according to its schedule. So just a 53-minute flight. And we have now the final MD-11 in our sights. It is about to back out and head to Chicago Rockford International Airport. And there it is. Getting the pushback treatment. And as that pushes back, the 757, which is Flight 757, is coming in. Ron C. says, they allow planes that big into Lubbock? Oh, Ron. Don't be mean to the Lubbockians. Is that what they call them? I always wonder about that. I've talked about this on the channel before. You know, we know New Yorkers and Los Angelinos and San Franciscans and Dallasites and Fort Worthians. But what are Lubbock people, Lubbock residents called? And I kind of want to say Lubbockians, but I'm sure that's not correct. Lubbockites? Oh, Ron C says, I grew up in Lubbock. So what is... Oh, I think we're... This can't be true. Lubbanites? No. Mark Pell notes that Lubbock is actually a pretty nice airport with a long main runway. No problem handling big jets. I imagine it was probably, or maybe still is, partly military there, as some airports are. I remember the first real jet flight I made was into Orlando, and it was so long ago. It was pre-Disney World, when I was but a child, and it was on a Boeing 720 4-engined jet, and but I distinctly remember that I saw a lot of military planes there, and I later found out that it was kind of a joint military-civilian base. I don't know if, or airport. I don't know if it still is or not. I see Pittsburgh Don 77, who is with us from, as you might expect, the Pittsburgh area. And he's one of our mods. Thank you, Pittsburgh Don. Samantha's saying good night to us. Samantha, thank you for being here. And she says thank you for the stream. It's our pleasure to bring you streaming coverage from here. Hey, here's Sarah Deal. Sarah, saw you with Kevin and Rudy. I was so surprised. I turned on the stream Sunday morning, and there you were. And I was getting ready to type in some greetings to you, and I had other things I had to do. So I hope you had fun with the boys out there. They looks like you had some good weather. And it was so good to see you in person here, Leslie. You've done a lot of traveling. Braden Moreno is our new subscriber. Thank you, Braden. We appreciate your support of the channel as by being a subscriber, and that is, of course, free. Is that out of focus? Waving at us. Oh, Sarah was a Flyer KG says Sarah was a great chipmunk too. I didn't see that part. I didn't get to see. What? Well, kind of missed that one, didn't we? That was the Lufthansa, I believe that's Lufthansa cargo coming in. That would be a 777, if I'm not mistaken. Coming in from Mexico City. We saw that Friday night, that plane. And I apologize for having been so focused in on the MD-11 that we missed this 10-year-old 777 arriving from south of the border. Gotta have your head on a swivel here some nights. Well, so this MD-11 is going to, where did we say? Lost track of it now. Oh, to Chicago Rockford International Airport. And as such, we should, well, who's to say? We'll see in just a minute where this makes a turn. But even then, it could fake us out again. Well, okay, it's going in the right direction for a full-length runway 18 left takeoff. We are happy to report. So looks like we're going to be 2 for 3 as far as West Side MD-11 takeoffs tonight. First one was dispatched over to the east side. We did get to see it take off, but only from a distance. The second one took off from the short T here on the west side, kind of faked us out because we were expecting it to go over the bridge to the east side. This plane, unless we're seriously mistaken, should be taking off here from 18 left, and it looks like it has no competition, so it could be a turn and burn. Runway DFW 1018 is the local time in the central time zone of the USA. Oops. I forgot I didn't have our East Tower cam lined up. Off to Rockford it goes. Global travel, checking in from New Braunfels, Texas, not far from San Antonio. Thought I saw Skittles in there. did put you to sleep. Sorry. But Skittles is saying hello. Hello to Skittles. Jim Rockford wishing everyone a blessed night. Thank you, Jim. Larry Hawkins notes that with UPS having the contract to carry the mail for the USPS, UPS is busy now. Yeah, they got that contract, it's my understanding, they wrested it away from FedEx, right? Yeah. Say hello to the fine folks up in the West Tower, the one of two operational towers here at DFW Airport. I'm lucky enough to have been able to go up there in both towers, actually. Although they didn't permit cameras. But what can you do? It was just great to get a feel for what those people have to do up there. That's a lot of work, and you can't be wrong. So our best wishes to all of our DFW Tower personnel. And that's the West Tower, and here is the East Tower there in the center of your shot. They look pretty much the same. Global Travel says, how was your trips? Or how were your trips? Do you sometimes fly with Southwest Airlines? I have not been on Southwest Airlines I honestly can't remember how long it's been. Probably since I last had a job in Dallas on the company dime, taking a trip. Kind of slowed down here a bit here at the big airport. Going to watch flight 2167 coming in from Phoenix, American Airlines. It's being Airbus A321 arriving on the east side of the airfield. It's a fur piece, as they say here in Texas. It's a big airport. Uncle Plain Guy from Indianapolis says, Walt, you have a good voice for streams. Well, thank you, Uncle Plain Guy. Uncle Plain Guy, I heard that you guys are getting an Aer Lingus flight there in Indianapolis, I think. One of the narrow-body Airbus A321 XLRs or whatever. I can't remember what their designation is, but good for you guys. And he says, we need to have Howard on a stream. Howard is my college roommate who accompanied me on one of my Indianapolis streams over the summer. And it was great fun to see him again and to hang out with him and for him to share his knowledge of Indianapolis aviation and traveling in and out of DFW Airport, which, by the way, is a really super airport. So we got lots of people saying howdy to Skittles. Gavin Hamilton says, yes, Aer Lingus 4 times weekly starting in May of next year to Indianapolis. That's pretty super. Our friend Anna the Dispatcher, our friend and moderator and channel member, says, all right, friend, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open I will see you on the next stream. Thank you so much, Anna, for your service to Runway DFW, and we'll see you again real soon now. Well, we're starting to get our little 11 late night dispatch run. A couple of American flights headed out. Flight 2390 to Las Vegas, an Airbus A321, is poised for takeoff. That'll be followed by American Flight 1012, a baby bus, an Airbus A319, off to Monterrey in Mexico. There goes the flight to Vegas. After these two flights take off, I'm going to see what's on the lineup coming up. I do have to get up early tomorrow. There goes the flight to Monterrey. Well, we've had a very nice night here. Extremely pleasant weather, considering what we have to put up with most of the spring and summer months here, and even into the fall here in North Texas. Just extremely pleasant right now. There's almost a chill in the air, not quite. Jason Burton Trains says, good morning, Walt, from the UK. It's 4:28 a.m. and I can't sleep, so I thought I'd watch Runway DFW. Well, be careful, because a lot of our viewers say this is going to put you to sleep. So maybe you need to go back to sleep anyway. However you are here, I'm very glad to see you across the pond. Don says it went to 82 degrees Fahrenheit in Pittsburgh today. Definitely doesn't get that warm this time of the year. Ugh, 82, that does sound pretty toasty for Pittsburgh as Halloween approaches. All right, well, let's see. I'm going to go into our to see what we might have in store as far as possible planes arriving or departing, because I don't really see anything right now. In fact, as we reach our hour number 3 here with you, let me make one more check. Give me a moment while I peruse the upcoming flights here. I know we should have some music on or something. I see next to nothing in the air coming our way. So I'm just going to make a call and say that I think we're about to pack things up here. So what that means is that we've got Chatstravaganza coming up. Chatstravaganza, here's the logo. And what that means is that I'm going to play music shortly. And I won't be on the headset, but I will be listening along to the music with you as I pack up all our gear. Some people like that. Some people say it puts them to sleep. Well, whatever. So that's coming up. What else? I do have some things to say, as I always do. So let us say them at this time. Well, I'd like to thank James Webb, our channel sponsor and tremendous benefactor for this channel, for his super chat this evening. Let's see, we had a bunch of super chats, and here I am poking at my screen, which is not a touch screen. So let me thank Gene T, M&J Butzer, James Webb, Landon Stuber, Gene T again, Texas Girl, Gene T again, and I think we had a Barbara P. Sterling in there as well for all of their great support of the channel. We will, in terms of the super chats, I'd like to thank all our new members. I'd like to thank all of our members who shared an anniversary with us today. Thanks to all of you. And we'll be back soon on Runway DFW. Don't forget, if you're got nothing to do tomorrow or the next day, be on the lookout for Jerry with Big Jet TV. He's going to be broadcasting live from right here at Founders Plaza starting tomorrow morning in the Central Time Zone. And I look forward to that. Those are members-only streams, so if you're not a member of Big Jet TV, I guess you can't watch them. But thanks to Jerry for stopping by and saying hello to us before the broadcast, and for his kind words about Runway DFW, and for becoming a subscriber to Runway DFW. Okay, enough of my gabbing. Let me start packing, and you start listening to music on Runway DFW. We will be back with you soon. Click the, I don't know when, but later this week. So, see you soon on Runway DFW. Happy contrast to you until we meet again. Did I neglect to thank our moderators? You know, that always slips my mind, and they're the most important part of this broadcast. So thank you, Beve. O'Malley's there, Josh Aldrich, and who else is here? The Random Spotter, Pittsburgh Don. We had Anna the Dispatcher earlier moderating for us. Thanks to all of you and anybody I might have inadvertently overlooked. Oh, there's Beve. Yes, Beve too. So we'll see you again soon on Runway DFW. My mouth is not working. Did I leave you out, O'Malley? I didn't mean to. Josh, safe travels back to the States, back to Oklahoma, and have fun the rest of your visit there in the land of the Kiwi. It's actually just a loop, O'Malley.
left 41, left on board 3543.
She's back to back.
When you start hearing the music without all the airport background noise, that means I'm generally pretty close to getting done with the chatstravaganza portion of the program, because that's me packing up our secondary microphone, and all this other stuff you see that's still left over here is part of our live broadcast, and now we got to shut that down so that we can go home and get up early at 5-something a.m. to take the grandson to school. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this program. Thanks to all of our mods, all of our subscribers, our members, our viewers, our lurkers, wherever you are out there. We'll see you soon again on Runway DFW. Thanks for watching. couldn't resist.
Golden memories. Playing your favorite song.